Good evening, you guys. How are you doing today? So, oh my god. Oh my god. So, I took a nap and I came to a parking structure where there's light because my family is at home and I can't do videos like these at home. They'll flip out. But I came over here and I'm trying to do this where I have a lot of light. But, you will never believe what just happened. So I'm sleeping, I am taking a nap, and then there I am, like this. I'm sleeping, and then I hear and I see the word Takama. And I was like, wait, and after I wrote all of this down super fast. After I heard Takama, I heard, I'm taking you and no one else. And then I wake up. I just wake up instantly. And I was like, Takama? And why are you taking me and no one else? And then Yeshua told me, I'm not taking you. I mean, you collectively. He meant like us, the bride, and no one else. And then I was like, what? What do you mean? And then and what is Takama? I googled Takama. Takama, please, you guys. It is from the Japanese mythology. It is like the Japanese equivalent to heaven, and it is connected to earth by a bridge. And I asked him, why on earth would you tell me the word Takama, which is like pagan from Japanese mythology? I was like, this is not from God. Oh, no, this cannot be. I was so upset. I'm like, and he's taking only us. What do you mean? How about, I was like, no. I was filled with fear, a lot of fear. So what I did, I just closed my phone, I disregarded it, and I put it on the side of my bed, and I just fell asleep again. So quick, too. That's how I know it's from God. You will never believe the vision that I saw and the explanation that he did. In regards to, I'm taking you and no one else, he reminded me of the parable of the 5 wise virgins and the 5 foolish virgins. How only the 5 wise were taken, but the 5 foolish were left behind. And also of the actual wedding feast, the parable where he invited many people, and no one that was invited came, so other people were invited, and they attended there, and they were dressed in proper wedding attire. But they found one person sitting there that was not invited. And then it's like, how did you get in here? And then they tossed him out. That's what he meant. You guys, he is so close. You know what? I think it's gonna happen any day now. Honestly, he is so very close. So that's what he meant when he said that. And then with Takama, that's because he showed me something. As soon as I fell back asleep, as soon as I closed my eyes, it was instant. I saw a huge bridge. A huge, like, bridge. Yeah, but it was like stairs. But we weren't climbing up the stairs. It was almost like an escalator. Like we were floating up to the sky. I saw a beautiful, gorgeous woman. And then there was like a big opening in the skies. This was at night. It was pitch black, but there was a huge opening in the sky and it was pure white. And then the woman was climbing, she was like floating up and dressed in a wedding gown. But the wedding dress converted into individual humans. And then they were going up. And I saw many of you guys. I saw many humans. I just didn't know. But it was the bride. And then we were ascending into heaven. We were ascending to heaven. That's what I saw. And then the gates, you can say, to open. To go into heaven, there were like 2 angels like guarding it, like some massive angels. They were guarding it. And then we went inside. And we studied. We did nothing but study and study. And then I was like, oh, well, Yeshua planted into my heart, you're being trained. And then afterwards, I saw myself coming back down from heaven, And I remember it was all light, but then I was coming down into earth. It started to get very dark. And then I look up. I saw Yeshua in all of his glory. I saw like golden light, his crown, everything. And then I was like, I don't want to leave this. And I'm coming back down, and I look at him, and I'm like, love me. That's all I said. I said, love me. And then he looked at me, and he smiled, and he said, I'm coming back for you. And then I see my room. I'm trying to hold these tears back. I see a very beautiful crown on my bed. And then I grab the crown and I put it on my head and I disappear. I ascend immediately. But this time the vision stayed here on earth in my room. It's almost like Yeshua showed me what would happen to us and what will happen to the rest of the world. I saw humans. Men were ripping their shirts. Women were like pulling their hair. They were crying in agonizing pain. Like they knew what had happened. I saw my mom and my sister barging into my room, crying their eyes out, grabbing like my blankets and my pillow and everything, just hugging it and crying crazy. They were crying. And then they left my room and they went to the living room. And then I like appear on earth in my room and I'm dressed in white, but it was almost like I was light almost. And I exit my room and I go into the living room and they look at me. They are so astonished. They just looked at me and I said nothing. Neither did they. All I did, I got down on my knees and I started to worship Yeshua, to worship God. And I saw my sister just staring at me like crazy. And they got up, they got on their knees, and they also started to worship Yeshua with me. And then that was it. That was the end of that vision. The most intense vision I've gotten so far. And immediately he tells me, write this down. And I write it down so fast, I can barely understand my handwriting. And I'm driving over here, and then I'm listening to one of my favorite songs, which I will actually make a video to you guys. You will love it. It's for you. But I'm listening to this song, and I receive another vision. It is a personal vision. It's about me. I will not share it. And then afterwards, I was like, Yeshua, this is crazy. This is amazing. And then I heard him in a toying kind of, like he was playing voice. He's like, you haven't seen anything yet. Almost like, you ain't seen nothing yet. Something like that, you know? I was like, oh, really? All right. Well, then show me. Oh my God. I saw him sitting down in his throne. And then there was like a veil. And then I was just standing next to him, and I'm like, why? And this is playing throughout the song, another song. And then we finally get to this verse of the song, where the whole veil just rips down. I see all of you sitting. No, you weren't sitting down. You were on your knees, singing along, worshiping Yeshua. We were all singing. And then we all had a glass of wine and bread floating in front of us. And then we were just singing, all dressed in white, and each one of us were wearing crowns. That was it. And then I come back. I was driving, and I come back into my earthly vision. I was like, oh my God. I was filled with goosebumps. I had to share that with you. I don't have much time, but I really wanted to get that to you. Yeshua wants you to know that he's almost here. And he put this in my mind. He said, no one knows the day nor the hour. He didn't say anything about the year. Just keep that in mind. I love you. God bless you, and I'll see you soon.